day everyone. This video I've been recorded titled Jframe with MathQuest. So guys, this vlog documents that this recording video how I will show you how is it work and how does the game doing it. How is the game running? In spite of that, you see those fonts, outputs. As you can see, there's a fonts, buttons, there's a solo and PvP, and the font name MathQuest. And my designer and also the background of this was just a little bit minimalistic. There's no something kind of good thing that just the output represents, but we'll only see how we would like to demonstrate this on how the game works. So let's start. As you can see, here is the game. Afterwards, the buttons differently. How the what does the player wants, like playing solo or playing in PvP or two players, 1 and 2 players within this game. So I will show you how the game works. So let's go with the solo part of this game. So this is the interface. So this is the fonts. This is the timer below. We input the timer. As you can see, if you cannot even answer, there's the fonts above it that notifies that it's time's up. Then the correct is 50 from the previous question. That's 25 plus 13 is 28. 38 rather. 29. I think 30. This is answer is 30. I say 30. Yes. Wrong. My mistake. It's divided by the divided by the way. Oh, not divided. It's minus or subtraction. So that's how the game works. They're just minimalistic. So there's a notification above here that it says your score is only 0 out of 5. There's an option that the system has, like if the player or the user wants to play it again, because there's an option, or an exit. Either you need to exit or play it again, but it backs on this interface. And although if the player wish to exit, it go back to the interface from the start, just like this. So how about the PvP? So let's do about the PvP. So there's a notification here that says input the player name, player 1's name. So let's say player 1, P1. Another is P2. You say this a little bit minimalistic of the game. Next time's up. So just like that. If the another player or the player 1 cannot even answer, the notifications will be pop up like this. So the time's up. The next player turns. So just like player 2. So let's start the player 2. So 2 minus 9. So either 2 minus 9 is 7. Let's say 7. So no. So 5 minus 1 is 4. Let's say 4. So the player 1 had a score. So 4. Let's say 4 again. So 8 minus 6. So 8 minus 6 is around 4. Rather 4. My mistake. 8 minus 6. 8 minus 6. So it's 2. Rather 2. My mistake. So that's it, guys. That's the game works typically. And how does the code stands for? Let's see in another topic. So how does the code works? It's like that. There's a round for each of the total of the each of the players. There's a round 1, string name, player 1 and player 2. And another thing, there's a total rounds of 10. I just modified earlier. And let's say around 5 rounds only. So let's say with that. And afterwards, how about the timer? So the timer sets up to 10 seconds. So 10 seconds. And another thing, the operations. The addition, subtraction, multiplication, MDAS. Another thing is how the timer stops. So if the player scores correct, so the player or the timer will stop. Then another round for another player, the player 2. It's like that. If there's the if conditions in here, if the player 1 scores greater than the player 2, it's considered wins. Else if the player 2 is greater than the player 1 score, it's also the player 2 wins. But if the player 2 and player 1 have the same answer, it's considered it's a tie. So the if conditions understands how the game works. Just like that. After that, it outputs if the player 1 has the low score and the player 2 has the greater score. So the output will be displayed. Just like that. So let's demonstrate it again as they said again. So let's back on the PvP game. Let's say this. So B1, B2. So 7 times 2. Let's say 12. So 7 times 2. Let's assist with calculator, but I'm so mad at this kind of mathematics. So 8 times 5. 8 times 5, let's say 40. 40. 2 plus 2, 4. 4. 5 times 8, 15. 15. And 9 minus 6. Is 3. So this here 3. Let's say 3. So this was, guys. There's the notification here that says it's a tie. The final score is 4 over 4. So 4 together. So that's it, guys. That's the game works. And special thanks to Mr. Aidan Lloyd Donaire for having this video to create this. Shout out to you, Mr. Donaire. This game and this program will not be possible without you, sir. And all the viewers down there, shout out to you all. This is how the game works. That my partner and also the developer of this game. So as you can see, guys, that's the game works. If the both players have the same scores, it represents tie. If the player 2 wins against the player 1, it considers a win. Then under the player 1 is if the player 1 is less than the player 2, it's considered the player 1 is wins. So that's the game works, guys. Then there's a time duration in here, so that's gonna be the great. So that's all for today, guys. See you soon. Bye.